here's my theory, and here's the reason why I post some of our best content for free online, like this stuff, is because my belief is that to lead with education. All right. So the next problem is overestimating how much you think you can make and not understanding the difference between gross sales and EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, taxes, and depreciation and amortization. That's a mouthful. So what happens is individuals don't know the specific criteria and boxes to check on doing due diligence. And so they just kind of wing the due diligence process, or they see in the FDD that, hey, the business is making X number of dollars on average, but there's a lot of asterisks and it's actually not really representative. They're leaving a bunch of franchisees out and they're just figuring out a way to report the best ones. So gross profit is just the number after your cost of labor and your cost of goods. There's still all of your other operating expenses out there. So people will see that there's a 60% gross profit margin, 50% gross profit margin, have no idea what that means. And part of why I can say this is because literally 10 years ago, before we bought our franchise, we signed a franchise agreement in 2015. 10 years ago in 2014, I was scouring the internet, trying to look for franchises, doing it the wrong way, seeing these gross profit margins like $400,000. You're making the gross profit margin. That's crazy. People are really making that much money. I had no idea. I didn't know. I didn't know what that term meant. I didn't know how it works. Now, some of you may think, Tarek, you're stupid. That's silly. Of course, we know what gross profit margin means. You'd be surprised. A lot of people don't. And if you already do, you're that much further ahead in your ability to then do due diligence, right? So you got to know the difference between some of these terms. That's one of the things we cover in the Franchise Buyers Academy too. I walk you through all of the terms that you need to know so you can be educated. Here's my theory, and here's the reason why I post some of our best content for free online, like this stuff, is because my belief is that to lead with education. The more education you have, the more knowledge that you have about how to go through the process, the do's and don'ts, the pros and cons, seeing behind the scenes how much money some of these franchises are making. I believe with that information, you become more confident and competent in the process. And through that confidence and competence, you're able to make a better informed decision.